Now, it's been a long time coming and I can't believe that I haven't made this video yet, but with the crazy price drops on Garmin products over the last few weeks, I felt it was time to do a comparison between the 5X Plus and the 6X Pro Solar. So first, let's talk about the similarities, and there are a lot. Now, if you want to see the in-depth reviews that I did of each of these watches, you can check out the videos I listed below in the description. This isn't going to go through all the things. This is primarily to help you decide which of the two might be better for you based on a number of factors. So first, let's talk about what's similar between the two before we get into the things that make the biggest difference. They both include all the sensors you come to expect in a high-end satellite-enabled watch, and you can see them listed here. They both act as smartwatches when connected to your phone, so you can see all the text messages, who's calling without pulling your phone out of your pocket, etc. Both have widgets for calendar, weather, Garmin Pay, VO2 Max, training status, advanced health stats, and sleep monitoring, although with the 6, you're going to get some advanced sleep metrics, including what they call a sleep score. The 6 also has a feature that Garmin calls body battery, which, well, I don't know how accurate it is, but in theory can tell you if you're tired from overtraining or because you're not getting enough sleep. Oh, and both can be used with Connect IQ, so you can download third-party widgets, apps, data fields, and watch faces, etc. You can see that I like ActiveFace. I've been using it for a few years, I think actually since I picked up my first Fenix, which was the 5, which I think is when ActiveFace was released. At any rate, both have onboard music and are compatible with some of the more popular streaming apps, and can be controlled by the watch, not just in Garmin Connect. Before we get too deep into it, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button below, it'll get this up into the YouTube algorithm a little bit more. It'd be a huge help to the video, to the channel, and it just might get this into some eyeballs that will help make a decision on which watch to get. So I'd really appreciate if you do that. All right, back to the watches. But there are a few major differences between the two, and I don't just mean the price. But that's the first difference. The 6 comes in a variety of sizes and features, with prices ranging from $600 for the 6S, the small version, to $1,000 for the 6X Pro Solar. The 5 starts at $600 for the 5S Plus and the 5X Plus, and goes to $700 for the 5 Plus. That's right, you can now get the 5X Plus cheaper than the 5 Plus. As a side note, the major differences between those two are the 5X Plus has spot check pulse ox and a larger physical size and better battery. But for the sake of this video, with all the permutations of each model, I'm going to focus on the highest end of each, the 5X Plus and the 6X Pro Solar. Now, another major difference that I want to talk about is right there in the name. The 6X includes solar charging, which after 14 months, I'm still not sure is worth the extra cash. I just did a video of that, which I've linked below. So because the 6X has the solar charging, the lens material is what Garmin calls power glass. It has some solar powering capabilities, but most of the solar charging comes from the ring around the display that you can see here. The 5X Plus has no solar charging capabilities. Then there's the thickness, another difference that may seem small, but trust me, it isn't. The 5X Plus is 17.5 millimeters thick versus 14.9 on the 6X. Both are 51 millimeters wide, so that's not an issue. The real issue in the size is how much of the real estate is actually being used, and that brings me to the actual display. The display in the 5X is 1.2 inches wide, really no bigger than the Forerunner series, from the 945 all the way down to the 245. And when you look at the actual face, you can see why I was disappointed. I felt like there was just too much wasted space there. The 6X has a 1.4 inch display, which gives you the opportunity to add 2 more metrics to each screen for a total of 8. On the 5, you can only get up to 4 metrics. The resolution is also different, with the 5X coming in at 240 by 240 pixels and the 6X at 280 by 280. As you can see from the comparison here, it really makes a big difference. I hope this is coming through on the camera, but the 6X is that much sharper than the 5X. That said, even the 5 is really easy to see in bright sunlight, so it's mostly an aesthetic issue. Battery life is going to be where you see a huge difference between the two as well. The 5X really only has whatever Garmin decided to build in. They include smartwatch up to 20 days, GPS up to 32 hours, GPS and music up to 13 hours, and ultra track mode up to 70 hours. But the 6X not only has the solar charging, it has what amounts to programmable battery options. And the presets are what I've listed here. Of course, the solar stats that you're looking there with the asterisks is considering that you're out in optimum conditions for at least 3 hours per day, every day. But the programmable battery feature that I like best is inactivity changes. If you're mid-workout or on a multi-day or multi-stage race and you forget to charge your watch before the big day, fear not. In mid-activity, you can scroll through and turn off different features that will extend your battery life. And here's what it looks like. That's about it, folks. If you're interested in getting either of these watches for yourself, I put links in the video of the description of this video. Just know that goes to my Amazon associate account, so I will make a couple shekels off of this purchase, but at no charge to you. And if you like this video, please hit that like button below, get it up with the YouTube algorithm a little bit more. And if you like gear reviews, race reviews, or anything endurance sports related, I'm your guy. Please hit subscribe and the bell next to it so you get notified when I put new videos up just about every week or so. All right, folks, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.